So in this video, I'll quickly go over two big mistakes you can make with your low ticket funnel that might be killing it. So if you're running a low ticket funnel or you're planning to run a low ticket funnel, make sure you watch this video to not make these big mistakes, because if you do make them, it will almost guarantee that you're not successful with it. So yeah. So these two problems will be separated, as one will be on the acquisition side, so turning cold people into customers for your low ticket product, and then the second problem I'll be talking about will be on the upselling or the back end side, where you basically take your low ticket customers and then turn them into high ticket clients, and this is basically where you make all the profits. So this is also really important. Now let's talk about the first problem. So how a low ticket product on the front end works is you're basically trying to convert cold people, so people who have never heard about you, who don't know you, who don't trust you, turn into customers for your low ticket product. Now, how do we actually do that? So how we do that is basically by targeting specific pain points and desires your ICPs are having, and giving them a very simple product that can solve this very simple pain point or desire for them. So if people want to make more ads but aren't really good at design, what you give to those people is ad templates. If some people want to learn English because they don't feel fluent enough, then you just give them like an English fluency course. So that is basically how we do it. And the only reason we're selling a low ticket product as the front end acquisition system is because you don't have to build a lot of trust with cold people to make them actually buy. It's almost like an impulse decision. That's why these low ticket products are usually priced around like 7, 10, 13, 15, 17 bucks to turn cold people, so people who don't know you, like you, or trust you, into customers. So what the mistake people usually make is they get an idea for a low ticket product they think would work for them. So what they do is they write down this product idea and they start building out the entire funnel for it. So they start building out all the ads, they start building out the sales page, funnel, automations, copy design, everything, upsells, downsells, order bump 1, order bump 2, and they spend like a month or two building this whole thing out. Now, what will most likely happen in that situation is that the entire thing will flop. And it will flop because they didn't test it. So a very important thing with these low ticket products, and especially when you're selling anything to cold traffic, is to test your offer. In this case, it's a low ticket product, but you need to test your offer, and here's how you do it. So if I take the examples I made before into the picture again, if you think that your ICPs need ad templates, what you need to do is create an offer, a low ticket product, and run it through this 3-step rapid launch framework. Now, how this framework works is basically it's a minimum viable system to test your offer and see if people actually want it. Now, what you're looking to get out of this 3-step rapid launch framework is a conversion rate of above 3%. So let's say you've got 200 unique visitors to your funnel. That means that you should get around 6 sales or more for your low ticket product. If you get that, that will mean that your conversion rate is above 3%, and that means that your offer that you're pushing to cold traffic is actually good. The product is something that people are actually looking for and want to spend their money to get it. Now, on the other hand, the flip side of this situation is that you get a conversion rate of under 3%, and that will mean that you kind of have a bad offer. It's not really something that people are actively looking for. So if you decide to run it, you will get like not that good results. So here's how this 3-step rapid launch framework basically works. So first, you create a few static image ads that blatantly state your offer. So if your offer is ad templates, you basically say, hey, get these ad templates verified by ROAS data for 15 bucks. And you basically state that on the ad itself. So that is step 1. Step 2 is to create a minimum viable sales page for this product. So minimum viable sales page is something that looks like this. It's not a full long form sales page where you have like 10, 15, 20 different sections. It's basically just this. And when you start running traffic with these ads to this sales page, this is basically what you're looking to get. So you're looking to get 100 to 200 unique sales page visitors to the sales page, and then you're looking to get above 3% conversion rate. Now, this entire process will take around $300 to $400 in ad spend. So this is basically what you need to do before you start building out the entire system, the entire funnel. So the order bumps, the upsells, downsells, the OTO, VS sells, the automations, everything. You need this minimum setup, and you need to test your offer before you go and spend all this time and energy on building out the entire system. And this entire testing process will take around $300 to $400 in ad spend and around like 5 days to test. Now, if you do the 3-step rapid launch framework, as I mentioned, what you will end up with is a winning low ticket offer that cold traffic, so people who don't know you, like, you, trust you, actually want, and you will effectively use it to convert cold people into customers for your business. Now, let's move over to the second problem I will talk about. So now that you're effectively turning cold people into low ticket customers, now the goal is to turn these as many of these low ticket customers into clients, so to upsell them to your high ticket offer. Now, this mistake will tie back to the product again, and it will tie to it in a way so it kind of makes the upselling process really hard and kind of doesn't make sense for the prospect. And to kind of explain the problem, I'm gonna just tell a quick story about a previous client I had. So this client was a handstand coach. He had a very massive Instagram page. He was getting a bunch of low ticket customers each day, and what he was selling on the front end is basically a 21-day handstand challenge. Now, when you think of a product like that, you might think, hey, that is the perfect product. It's very simple. It takes 21 days for people to learn the handstand, and yeah. Now, my goal when I was working with him is to upsell these low ticket buyers into his more expensive courses on the back end with email marketing. Now, what would end up happening is when I was sending emails to these people, especially like the welcome sequence, like the first 7 days of them getting into the brand, we were having a really hard time upselling them. And that is because it just didn't make sense for them to upsell to this next thing because they haven't even finished this low ticket product. So as I mentioned, like, the product was 21 days to learn a handstand. So it would actually take them 21 days. You couldn't do it faster. You couldn't just run through the modules. You actually have to do it daily for 21 days. And that was a big problem because, one, most people weren't even going to do the 21 days, and the one that did, we would need to wait 21 days to upsell them. So what I'm trying to get at is that you need to make your low ticket product consumable in a day. So you need to make it very simple. The delivery should be very quick and simple. You can have like a 30-minute how-to video. You can have a Google Doc. Maybe you can have a tool like a Google Sheet, but that's it. You don't want to make this low ticket product this massive thing because it will take them so much time to consume it, and in their head they will be like, why should I upsell to this more expensive thing if I haven't even finished this? So that is the second big mistake that could make your low ticket funnel not work. So if you enjoyed watching this video, I actually have a bunch of videos going over various different things about low ticket products, how you can launch them in 3 days, how to correctly test your products, how to upsell low ticket buyers into high ticket buyers, and also how to generate $1 million with a $19 product. So if you're interested in those things, make sure you check out the other videos. And if you want us to build you a low ticket product, build the entire funnel, ads and everything, I have this completely done for you offer. We can do this thing for you in like 2 weeks, and you get a full money back guarantee. So yeah.